Pack your bags is the overarching theme of the pre-shuffle. One of a couple of things could be true, if not all of the above. Either you're about to go on a luxurious vacation. I mean, 5-star, whether you plan to or not. You're going in fashion, you're going first class, your accommodations are fully accounted for, fully covered, all inclusive, whatever the case may be. It's going to be a vacation to remember, and perhaps one that is well overdue. Maybe one that you've never even had before. And or you're about to move. And that move is also an upgrade of sorts. It's very much giving the Jeffersons type of energy, where you are about to take a drastic leap from where you are now, how you live now, to something very fabulous for your taste, specifically to you, luxurious to you. Both of those things could be true, believe it or not. Maybe you're going on a vacation, or you don't know you're about to go on vacation, and you also don't know that you're about to move, or maybe you do, but in either event or both events, there's a great surprise element to it. For some, you may know that you're going on vacation and you have that mapped out a particular type of way, but the surprise element is either the upgrade of experience. For instance, you planning to fly coach or whatever it's called anymore, and you get the opportunity to upgrade to first class unexpectedly, or you get to your resort or hotel and surprise, you have been upgraded to a suite, or there are some particular excursions or accommodations that are extra in your package that you had no idea about, or that just happened to be on the house or on account of your stay. Or you get to your vacation destination, and surprise also to you, you're met with all types of deals and discounts, and buy one get one, and free this and free that, add this, and like things that you didn't expect to come at such a discounted rate that just add value to the experience, because either you didn't have to pay full price, or in some cases you didn't have to pay at all. And then on the moving aspect of that, it's a matter of perhaps like the transition being even more smoothly than you could have hoped for, or prayed for, or wished for things to just go exactly according to plan, if not better, and certain help that you didn't expect to have, or say you have a moving company and they're especially attentive and careful with your things, like they go above and beyond, and you just feel really taken care of. And when you get to your place, there's special accommodations and welcoming to your new home in a way that is not typical to any other place you've moved to, or that you would have expected to have be the case. Like a cute, say you move to an apartment or a condo of sorts, and you get a cute little welcome fruit basket or welcome home basket. It's like just the little things, the little touches that just make you feel confirmed and affirmed that you're doing the right thing and you're in the right place. And that's just kind of like the general theme of it. You know, just as I said that, like just something so confirming of your presence, appreciating of your presence, that it's like you can't even, you couldn't argue with it. You know, you couldn't argue with it. You can't miss it. And you didn't necessarily expect it, but you certainly are grateful to have the luxury, you know, the experience or the thought, the consideration or the fortune of all the matter. So yeah, and then also another part of the moving thing is like more holistically speaking, I got the sense that you you feel like you move into the place that you're in, you almost immediately feel a sense of security there. Like things just automatically feel like, oh man, like wow, you know, opportunities are opening up and things that you didn't even plan for present themselves. Your neighbors are amazing, or you meet someone at a local establishment that you could have only met by living in proximity. You know, just things that don't may not even seem like they're directly related to your residence at all, but just being in the place that you are, in the space, in the town, in the neighborhood, amongst the people, or whatever the case may be, just feels right. All of that. So like I said, either or all of the above, whatever the case may be, there's some pleasant surprises on the horizon of which you can prepare yourself to transition toward or to transition into. All right. So that being said, what's up? It's me, Danae. I'm here with a message for you. I hope that pre-shuffle message resonates deeply because it's amazing. Today's Monday, August 3rd. It's 4:39 p.m. on the clock. We're going to keep it right, keep it tight, keep it light over here with these black and white cards, and yeah, see what else is necessary to know at this time. I hope you're doing well. I hope you had a great weekend. I did post a message yesterday, so you know, check that out if you feel guided to. So I have seen you since the weekend, or I've talked to you since the weekend, but I certainly hope that this Monday is a powerful start of your week indeed. All right, so without further ado, let's see what we got. The moon. Okay. Something unknown or something mysterious. Perhaps all of these surprise elements that I'm speaking of, but let's see. Let me get one on the moon. Oh, surprise justice. Or just a balance that comes in mysterious ways, or okay, or in mysterious packages or unsuspecting packages. Okay. Any more on that while we at it? I kind of like the sound of that to stop there, but let's get one more on that. Something that's going to, I get the sense like I was saying before, something so affirming and confirming, like something that will ease your fears or your uncertainties, that will bring I don't know, like a resolution to the unknown or a certainty to the unknown or something like that. I'm sensing where it's no longer a mystery or up in the air or a consideration. It's like, oh, yes, this is exactly. And also to that point, you know, I heard something about it, like just being affirming of the new timeline that you have embarked upon. Like something pivotal about that. This, whatever this experience is, whether it's a vacation, a move, it could be a day trip, it could be, you know, like it doesn't have to be extravagant, but something about it is going to be very telling of what 4:43 just popped up on the clock, of what your new normal is now, like what is an everyday occurrence. Now, whether you take that at face value, and there may be some, you know, reconditioning that gets to happen to get used to that, but I'm telling you, it's something about it. Yeah, like this is the new stable life. You know, like this is literally like the new normal, like something that you can depend on, get used to, plant roots on, you know, more or less like expect is what I'm getting here. Let me get one more. It's grounding, it's stabilizing, it's affirming. Perhaps from seasons of, look at that. I'm so glad I went one more. And 9 of Pentacles. Yeah, that's exactly what I was saying. This is it. Stable, self-sufficient, abundant. I was my cards over here, like they're still sitting here, and enjoy is still on the top, but the enjoy was starting to slide off. So I, right before I recorded, I mean, I guess I could just show you. I was like, what card is under there? It's trying to peek out at me. Prosperous. And despise is the dark side of enjoy. So it's like some, and enjoy, as a matter of fact, I believe is my 3 of Cups. Like that's comparable to the 3 of Cups. And prosperous, it's either the Ace of Pentacles. Oh, passionate. I left on the shelf. Prosperous. Now I need to know, because I mean it's even significant for this card here. I have my guide handy, so give me 1 second. I think it's the Ace of Pentacles, but I'm not sure. I'm sure it has something to do with the Pentacles though. Where is it? No, Ace, wait, no, hold on. No, Ace of Pentacles is prosperity. Give me 1 second. It must be a person or where are you? Why I don't want to be found? Oh, here it is. Queen of Pentacles, all the way at the end. Queen of Pentacles, which also resonates deeply. Now, this is typically referred to as the pre-empress, but with all of those pentacles, yeah, maybe that is the upgrade. There it is. Like that's the anticipation and the validation, you know, of literally embodying luxury and abundance and prosperity and security and stability and affluence, you know. Yeah, I don't know why I said it like that, affluence, like Aflac, but emphasis on security, you know, and insurance. I heard blessed assurance, like just knowing like you good, ain't nothing, you can literally plant your feet on the prosperity that you have acquired for yourself, attracted unto yourself, established for yourself, and that is being validated around you. It's something about that here. Like the justice really sets it off. It really roots it and grounds it in a substantial way, like almost making it law or absolute. That what once may have been a mystery or may have been uncertain, may have even been a fear, to lack stability. Oh, okay, I got that with the Four of Pentacles, like being ultra cautious and conservative, perhaps, about how you spend money, how you save money, what you spend on. Maybe back to the beginning, you could have more or less like frugally planned your vacation, or sensibly, let's say, at least planned your vacation. Maybe you cut corners on a few things because you didn't want to do too much, or you didn't necessarily ball out for the biggest house on the block, but the surprise elements of where you are going to move are going to kind of make up the difference for what you thought you shortchanged yourself on or pulled back from. Something like that, where there's almost like an over consideration here of financial freedom. But nothing could be more confirming in this spread here, just in this pile, than the Nine of Pentacles with justice before that, because it speaks to like it being justified that you find yourself in a particular state of prosperity, not just on account of what you have done for yourself, but how you ultimately have presented yourself to be trustworthy with more. Something along those lines. Like it's just cause and effect going to just naturally continue to attract to you, because you have the mind to not be wasteful, or to be ungrateful, or to even to be scarce. There's one thing to be sensible, even frugal, but not to be scarce, or to perpetuate a lack mentality. And because of that, you kind of like finding your balance with enjoying life, but also being responsible in some type of way. It's like the universe wants to reward that and wants to continue to endorse that, and to sponsor that. Yeah, like all expense paid type of thing, all inclusive, plus extras, plus bonuses, plus surprises that you didn't expect, or that you didn't see coming. Interesting. All right, let's go move on. This is good. Two of Pentacles. Right across from this little gnat. Right across from this moon card could have been the mystery of whether or not like you've made a right decision, or you have been conservative enough, or you whatever, like what you're planning and spending has amounted to, and that's what's going to be cleared up. And I honestly lately have been seeing the Two of Pentacles more on the side of having more than enough to manage, as opposed to not having enough, or there being a scarcity. That's how I've been reading the Two of Pentacles in most situations lately, how it's been coming up. And where maybe you could be used to being, like I said before, particularly frugal or sensible. Maybe not even because you don't have it, but because you could be thinking about the future, like to go on vacation and just be thoughtful, like, well, I don't want to break the bank because I still got to come home and live, still got to pay rent, still got to, things that manage everyday life. But lo and behold, either that mentality or thoughtfulness and responsibility will be rewarded with the exuberance of extras and surprises, or that mentality is actually being reconditioned altogether so you can kind of lighten up a little bit, and start to get used to the normal of having more than enough to spare, more than enough to share, and more than enough to spend, save, and do however you please, as long as it still is with wisdom and integrity. And that part you've already established, or it wouldn't be in your possession in the way that it is anyway, Wow. And I'm pretty sure that was the High Priestess, wasn't it? Oh, no, that was Five of Pentacles. I could have sworn I saw the High Priestess. No. It was a Four of Swords and then the Five of Pentacles. Yeah, so you can rest assured that you'll never be in a position of lack again, if that was the fear. So it was meant for me to see that. This is the balance of that conditioning, the healing of it, as a matter of fact, where you may have erred on the side of conservation and ultra carefulness, even when you've had it to spare and to spend. Something about you in the back of your mind still feels conditioned to be careful, maybe even to be a little cheap at times, but there's something about you allowing yourself to be groomed out of that conditioning, because that's how you maintain this attraction for more, for more abundance, for expansion, and by living in the reality of opulence, no longer in the position to like pray for it and wish for it and fantasize about it and hope for it or even plan for it, as maybe you have, perhaps even planning or saving for a really nice vacation, doing your due diligence to make sure that you took your time and managed your resources wisely so you could have a great experience but still have something sound and grounded to come home to. I'm making it small and practical, but it's much bigger here, especially when we got Justice and the Temperance. And the Moon is something really major that you either don't see coming, or in this case, it just could be a fear or an illusion that you are getting over, being healed from, finding resolve with. Overcoming, if I didn't say that. Yeah. Perhaps the illusion of scarcity itself and poverty, and what that can do to the psyche and to the senses, especially when you perhaps have gone a much longer time in your life having to manage little or not have enough, even in some circumstances, or to have to sacrifice or even deprive yourself of certain luxuries or leisures and expenses just for sheer survival's sake. It's a bit of a turn to go from that to now, like, vacationing multiple times a year guiltlessly and not having to worry about what there is to come home to, because the bills are still getting paid on auto pay regardless, and you don't have to skimp on the excursions or the experiences because you got to make choices, like this or that type of choices. Like I was saying before, it's like you can go on vacation and move, imagine that. It's something here where it's like really a great expansion of abundance that it's going to be a surprise. It really is going to be wow, with the Sun. This is a new day. This is a new day. This is a new day. A balance that is so supreme that you couldn't even fuck it up at this point. You couldn't even throw it off at this point with the trajectory that you are on. And if you were on that trajectory with less to account for, less to manage, the idea here is that at least the universe trusts you to maintain that same energy with more. As a matter of fact, it's more thoughtful about kind of training you out of, like for you to realize like you're on a new level now. You're in a new tax bracket. You're a new earner, or you are a new you are the governess or governor, executor of a massive estate. Like something big has changed here for you, and it may take some time for your mind to actually catch up to it, your habits to some degree to catch up to it, for you to kind of like have to pinch yourself sometimes to say like, oh yeah, I don't have to worry about that anymore. I don't have to do that anymore. And it not be a bad thing, because it was good training for your character and for who you need to be to continue to be a good steward of your estate or your finances, or whatever it is, that your fortune even, in spirit and in flesh, because we know that the Nine of Pentacles is not limited to material or financial abundance. It's much deeper than that, as exemplified here with the Sun and the Temperance. But it's something about it that it's like it's like I said, it's more of a thought as far as the divine is concerned, for you to kind of live at your means now, to realize what you have ascended to, what you've grown into. And how productive you are, like how like the Sun is, there's so much fertility there. There's so much you can do, so much more that can be manifested, grown, expanded, sown. You can't be impoverished in spirit to make the most out of this energy. Like you kind of have to really step into those shoes of a rich bitch. Like you really got to walk in those stilettos or whatever it is. Like I can't tell you the last time I actually wore some stilettos for real. Heels, yes, but actual stilettos. So take that as it resonates, but you get the image, you get the symbolism. Like it's an elevated state of being here. Shoot, and to that point, maybe it's an invitation for you. What's that? The Queen of Cups. You're gonna love it, or you're gonna love it. There's an invitation for you. Wow. Oh my God. Yes, like mastering this level. I was gonna say it's an invitation for you to start dressing the part or looking the part of your considering, like I said, like prosperous is the Queen of Pentacles in my deck. That's someone that doesn't mind investing in high quality wares. Like you would make the investment, maybe not necessarily wastefully, but you can afford to make a designer investment in a label that you feel, deserves your coins, because you appreciate the quality of a garment, of fabrics, and of your appearance. And you also have a more sensible concept of what you're putting your money towards. It's like the difference between fast fashion, which for me will always have its place to some degree. You always need to be able to pick up something quickly and efficiently, and that's reliable it ain't gonna break the bank. But there's something about also like having a change in your appearance, or your your appearance and your what's the word, your presentation being more polished, and again just kind of looking the part that you actually embody. But also, like I was going to say, the difference between fast fashion, which you may or may not get multiple seasonal wears out of between 1 year and the next, and something that could last in your wardrobe probably until you're ready to give it away, that it may never be trash, like a good garment should be, a well-made garment, designer piece. So yeah, me personally, just share a little tidbit, a little something. I, as opposed to like spending my money on designer brands that you can't really account for their ethics, their sourcing, their factories, like their production procedures and practices and so on and so forth. There are certain things that at some point, like, I would love to have for the experience and the novelty to, if it aligns with me ethically, right? But for the most part, like, my idea of really, making it when it comes to presentation and wardrobe is when I can get with my favorite designers, which I have friends that I love and respect a great deal, or respect their work a great deal. A matter of fact, shout out to Caroline Ashley. I don't know what she's doing because we haven't spoken in a long time, but great friend from college, and we reconnected again when we both were living in New York. When I say gifted designer, I'm getting chills just thinking about some of the creations that I watched her make. Like, when it comes to bridal, and that's definitely somebody that I would want to make my dress, like my bridal wear, and evening wear and couture. And she even got into like sustainable fabrics and stuff like just brilliant. Some people just be born to do certain things, in addition to many other talents that she also embodied. But my digress is not so much so, because she's top of mind when I think about someone that I would trust to curate the wardrobe of my dreams. Like, I would commission her to tailor make my staple pieces, my core, what do you call it, like capsule pieces, and also like those special pieces, say evening wear or bridal or whatever the case may be. Like, that's my idea of affluence, when you can commission a trusted designer that's going to tailor make it to your frame with premium quality, perhaps even sustainable or responsibly produced or whatever, fabricated materials and things of that sort. And it be something that not only can you have forever, but that is unique to you, that nobody else is going to have, and that, has meaning and true value at a soul level. So that's just a little, that's where I'm at with it, what I'm saying. But and even like bags, when I think about bags, like, there is a young lady that I was well acquainted with during my time in New York as well. I think her bags are called MWR. Her name was Mia Wright Ross. I'm pretty sure she's still doing her thing on some scale in that regard. But when I think about investing in like luxury bags or purchases of that sort, I'm more excited about investing in folks that I saw get it out the mud, or I saw their creativity come to life. I was a witness to it, or I feel inspired by it on a personal level, than giving to some, big brand or global brand of sorts that could give a damn about who's wearing it, you know what I mean, or how it even is being made. So that's just where I'm at with it, you know. That's just me. But anyway, here is the mastery piece and the practice of prosperity and productivity, abundance, opulence. This is literally coming to a point of mastering that lifestyle to the point where it's second nature. That's what that's given to me. Where you do feel affirmed in it, you no longer feel like an imposter or a visitor, or that it's temporary, you know, or fleeting, or that it could be taken from you, you know, at a moment's notice, or one bad investment or whatever. Like, there's so much flowing through, coming in. Like, I don't even know how it could get much better than this, honestly. That there is no consideration for what just is the natural order of life at a certain point. There's no over consideration, I should say, about it. It just is what it is. Like, you just become a professional rich bitch. Oh shoot, I love it. All right, what else? We're moving on. Keep it coming, Spirit. Keep it coming. Strength. Yep. I love that. I love that. I love that. Strength. Power, will, you know, particularly on the things that you've established when, again, there was little on the line or little to manage or account for. This being like strong-willed and determined to maintain those values, those core values, and if anything, like expand on them, grow them. And it also is Leo energy, as is the sun, of course, and then of course you got Sagittarius, and then you got Libra, oh baby, and then Virgo, oh baby. It's definitely giving heavy on looking like new money. You know, like maybe looking like new and old money, like a certain polished presentation, like maybe to be new money, but still present yourself in a very classic way, in a very demure way, if you will, to reach for a dated meme of sorts. It's something about that here where I'm getting that heavy with all the signs here. Libra loves to put on. Sagittarius damn sure loves to, you know, show off in their own way. Like they love to be innovative and kind of like trendsetters, and to be, what's the word, what's that word, like it's right on the tip of my tongue. I can't hear it, but you know, like when you just have your own style, you know, like it's nothing particularly, it doesn't even have to be particularly fancy, but it's just unique to you. Libra, again, is very much so about like public appearances and just looking well put together. Nine of Pentacles gives that vibe for sure. There's a little Sagittarius in there as well. Virgo is very particular about things being in order and presentation and perfection, even almost to an obsessive degree if you're not careful. And then Leo, we all know, being here twice, loves to be the showstopper, loves to, you know, be the life of the party, the center of attention, the main character, like don't mind being the spectacle and the moment, you know. So it's something about that here, like all those energies mixed together, but still the balance of it all is what I love in all regards, because it's like having a little bit of the look at me, or I don't mind if you do, but also I ain't do this for you as Sagittarius, I didn't do this for you, I did this for me. And the Libra is like, what, you know, this is just how I live, this is how I dress, this is how I woke up. Like, nothing to see here. Like, this is just how I stay in balance and in order. Looking good is a part of me feeling good, and so on and so forth. I love this. This is so cool. This is your life. This is your life. This is what comes with that upgrade, that moving on up, that, maybe you getting your resort wear together, for vacation. Maybe you won't be going on vacation in the summer. Maybe you'll be going in the fall or the winter when everybody else is back on the grind. And that could be a thing too, because a lot of times vacationing in the off season, more or less, has far more perks and discounts and surprises and bonuses than peak season like summer. So maybe you smart like that. You gonna wait until after everybody's left Disney World. So I'm gonna acknowledge these, but I'm not gonna take these. So this is the Knight of Pentacles and the Page of Cups, which is kind of like, let's see, getting paid, like a payment that's been delayed, or compensation or rewards that's been delayed, of which you've been in the market for some time. Like, it's like what I'm getting with the Page of Cups is like it's something that you need, but it's not out of desperation, but it's just like due to you at this point. It's just like long overdue or long awaited, that it couldn't come any sooner as far as you're concerned. It's not like it's nothing that doesn't add value to where you are, especially when we're talking about this upgrade energy. But of course, as we know, that with the Knight of Pentacles, it's usually on time for the right time. It's like when it gets there, it'll be perfect. Or when you get to it, whatever the case may be, it'll be perfect. So like I said, it could even be a matter of coming, waiting it out to vacation off season, or having it being a long time before you actually bought a home. Maybe you've been renting for a long time, or living in a certain area, whatever, that was within your means for a long time, but you've been certainly in the market or overdue to some degree for more, for an upgrade, for an advancement, for, something that really matches your style. And here it comes. It's coming, if it's not already here. And what I love about it being the Knight of Pentacles is, like I said, once there is connection made with that resource, with that reward, with that whatever that pentacle is, once it gets to you, you can count on that. That's the Four of Pentacles stability, that energies that I've been speaking about may live for. That you may not feel totally okay until you feel that sense of stability and security and some confirmation that it's long standing or here to stay. That's what that Knight of Pentacles represents. It's giving you something that you need to feel secure. That with the Page of Cups. That's deep. With the Magician. My God, my God. And I said I didn't know how it could get any better, but it's keeping up. It's keeping up. Oh man, like talking about strong magnetic qualities here. Like I've been speaking about whole time. Like, it's not just fly by night. It's not just a magical windfall or a stroke of luck. Like, this is something that has been it has been established as just par for the course of your creativity, like your natural creativity that perhaps has been impaired in seasons past on account of many things. Let's not even bring that energy there. Let's leave it a mystery to some degree, you know. But there could have been an impairment of that manifestation ability and quality to just have things turn out for you. As a matter of fact, I will say, because I literally had this thought during the pre-shuffle, and I had the experience that actually preceded it when I went to the mall recently. And it felt like everywhere I went, it all came up in the pre-shuffle when I was thinking about it. Everywhere I went, there was something surprise or special. Like every store I went into, it was like, oh, you have points that'll you can use to get $10 off, or oh, you actually have so many rewards. Would you like to use this discount, or you get this for free? Like everywhere I went, there was some surprise element. Just going to the candle store, and the sprays that are on sale that are usually, you know, the price of one, and I didn't even know they were on sale, and I was just going to exchange a candle, and here I am now. I can pick up my favorite sprays at half the price and stuff like that, you know. And I know this is summertime, it's prime sale season, so it may not be that miraculous, but when I was shuffling earlier, it reminded me of just how fluid fortune and luck and favor used to be for me. There was a point in time where I feel like it was hijacked. I know it was, as a matter of fact. It was impaired and it was hijacked by other elements that shall remain nameless, hopefully, in this message, and blameless all the same, because what it did is cultivated my character to, here it is, manage less, to know how to stabilize myself when the chips were down, way, way, way down, but still maintain my integrity, my hope, my faith, my standards of moral and ethical devotion, so to speak, like my integrity levels all in check, and to keep on trucking, keep on getting up, dusting off as I needed to, or whatever the case may be, and to still keep my eye on the prize of the long-term picture, the horizon, the thing that was always in perspective, whether it be far in the distance or however close, to manifest, you know, at the moment that I have an opportunity to. But yeah, to scale it back down, like it just reminded me of how like fluid good fortune was for me at a time, and I feel like I'm getting back to that. I feel like that wheel is back up in my favor, you know, where I'm starting to feel that sense of expecting, like what can I say, like what word can I use, like expecting pleasantries, let's say. That's not the word I want to use, but like expecting to be astounded to some degree, not knowing how, not necessarily even feeling entitled per se, because there's a thin line, but it just being so natural, like, oh, of course, you know, I got a free upgrade, or I got a free ticket, or that thing that I didn't think I was going to be able to get, of course I was able to. Like, that's how fluid my fortune and favor was at a time, seemingly naturally. It must have been naturally, but there's something that I'm sure the divine needed me to learn about myself, about life, maybe through the absence of that fluidity, that now gets to transfer over. The responsibility and wisdom and conservation is probably it. Because when you can be used to a thing just, or things just going your way, perhaps you can probably take that for granted, or not be as motivated to achieve or prosper or advance, or push forward in some particular way, you know, in ways that get you to another level of prosperity as needed. And I feel like maybe that's what the strength part, the power, like kind of seeing my own strength resilience and power in rare form and in real time, so that now all of that gets to transfer over back into this state of fate and fortune, of which is natural and now even supernatural. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. I love this. All right, what's up? What's next? Keep it cute, Spirit. Oh, that's way too much. Let's see all that. I ain't taking all that. But it was the Page of Pentacles on the very top of that little pile. Ooh, that was the Eight of Wands. Expeditiously, you heard? What was that, just to say? Queen of Pentacles. I should take it. I should have taken both of them, but we gonna keep it cute. We gonna keep it cute. Just know that's what that is. And that eight of wands, I don't know if I said pentacles, but Eight of Wands is like, just again, things just coming at you nonstop. Like, whoa, good news, left, right, this way and that way. And again, accelerating you to this state of well-established opulence. Again, like being well grounded in your rich bitchness. I like that. Where it's like the memory of scarcity and even poverty, what was that, is distant. Six of Pentacles, because it's due to you. It's your time. It's just the natural order of things. And it's somewhat of a gift of the divine too. For, like I said, like kind of like weathering that transitional phase in your life where if it was perhaps quite unnatural to live outside of good fortune and favor. And at every economical state that I've been in, I've always had good fortune and favor. Always. But there was a particular time, and even with the time frame that I'm speaking of, where it seemed like it was a bit, I don't know, like it was a bit spotty. There was still that there, and I also connected to it and appreciated it in different ways, like just protection being the good fortune and favor, you know what I mean, above all. So it just refined my I guess my palette for what fortune and favor truly is to some degree. So in the time frame that I'm speaking of, where it was like things didn't feel as fluid, and it's almost like what's the word, serendipitous to some degree as they could feel for me at times, there still was the presence of the divine. There still was that presence there. And perhaps that was the testing and grooming, because if I had lost sight of that and trust and connection in that presence, then perhaps I would have lost it all, and there would be no reconnection or transition to this more supernatural upgrade of sorts that is underway. Ooh, not the world, bruh. Not the world. Eclectic was the word. So this is like cards and cards ago, but eclectic was one of the terms I was thinking of for Sagittarius. It literally just popped into my head. Eclectic, like literally just having your own style about you. Yeah. And sometimes it could be a bit on the hobo chic side, depending on your, what you're into, but certainly just different, unique. But the world card, I mean, I don't even know. Let's see, one more before I close it out. What's one more with the world? Well, there's the end of that. Now, isn't it? We ain't even gonna name that energy. Oh, wow. Y'all see that? The 5 to the 6. Wow. And this is exactly, oh my gosh, I got chills. This is kind of what I was just speaking on, like about how once upon a time I felt like this fluidness, and the 6 of Pentacles is like the past, something sweet of the past, emotional connection, like maybe even to the divine itself, that, as I said, was kind of so second nature that you really couldn't appreciate all the intricacies of it to some degree. Yeah, that's a deeper resonance of it for me in this moment. But that is not on the cycle of which there felt like a disconnection is what's being closed out, and what's being started anew and fresh is like the novelty of that deepness, of that depth of emotional and spiritual connection that's been enhanced and again refined on account of all the ebbs and flows that have been undergone up until this point. Like everything makes this moment and this reconnection perhaps so much sweeter, so much more appreciated and cherished because of the cycles that have been lived and closed, and because of the sheer evidence of what now is newly underway, like what's newly been initiated as the new normal. It's so much sweeter. Like it's like if you thought you had it sweet before, if you're like me and you can perhaps something here is off to me. Sorry. If you can perhaps like reflect upon a time that maybe was simpler, or again more fluid, more fulfilling in ways, maybe just even happier, then you haven't seen anything yet. It's like put your best vacation on the line, and I bet you what you're about to embark upon is going to blow your mind. Put the best place you've ever lived in your life on the line, and what you're transitioning or where you're transitioning to, maybe with whom you're transitioning with, that could make all the difference as well, as depicted in this card, is about to knock your socks off. Yep. So get ready. Get ready. Oh, well, there's the knock your socks off part for sure, because it's a new beginning. And this ain't nothing that you're used to. Ooh, out of the ordinary, unusual. I don't know why I just heard that. Show no love, because you what's up. Look yourself in the mirror like, what the damn, I look good. I don't know where that came from, but I told you there is an element of just like not looking like what you've been through, but looking like what all that you are now, and then some. Like turning heads, quieting rooms, I don't know, like stopping traffic. Like something here is just on another level. On another level, I tell you. It's on another level. Yeah, this new beginning is about to shock you, but with the Emperor, it just tells me that it's everything that you've worked for, or everything that you've proven yourself worthy of, and more, like it's due to you. And on account of that, whatever the shock and awe of the transition or the transformation may be, whether it's in location, experience, magnitude, money, power, influence, partnership, creativity, like whatever the upgrades, because I feel there are multiple. And maybe the shock and awe is just, again, the magnitude of how it begins to materialize, manifest, like Eight of Wands, overnight and incessantly. Regardless of what it is, the Emperor tells me that it's something that you are certainly equipped to manage and to handle. Like you were born for this, perhaps, but certainly you've been groomed for this. You've been trained for this. So do your thing. Congratulations. Live it up. Enjoy your prosperity in every sense of the word joy. All right. Thanks for listening and watching. Until next time, as always, I leave you with peace.